home.
We're going to be commentating over the apeX versus TEC game. They've actually just started this now, so we'll probably just jump straight on board. We were hoping we'd have a little bit of a chat beforehand, but let's just get straight into this. So, total esports circuit, I suppose have surprised everyone. They've beaten two fairly good teams so far.
Yeah, they have indeed. They have taken out, was it apeX Germany?
apeX Germany, yeah.
And then Team Foreign, of course.
Team Foreign as well. Now, you guys may start to question whether they are good teams or not, but I think it's fair to say no one expected them to beat those two. So maybe these are the surprise team of the event, who knows? We're actually watching them now, though, and they're already on the back foot here. apeX have captured the flag in under 1 minute.
Yeah, they had 3 down pretty much instantly, to be honest.
Yeah, so very strong play from apeX, and it actually looked like the relay in this. Nailad preventing that, though.
The flag is down in mannequins at the minute, while Bulletproof is just sitting in top art trying to prevent anybody else getting to that flag.
And I think it's fair to say that apeX Pro at the moment have had an amazing line. I mean, they've only played one game against Skeng, but I mean, so strong on those search and destroys, didn't drop a single round.
Yeah, they are indeed. But funny fact, actually, Gottega didn't get here until about 20 minutes before his first game was due to start.
See, I heard about, do you know the full story about this?
I know bits and drabs.
Okay, you'll know more than me. It's something about getting a train instead of a plane. That's about as much as I know.
Yeah, pretty much. I think he either missed his plane or his ticket got cancelled or something. So then he had to get a 7-hour train from this morning. Got into Amsterdam at 4, and then had to get to this event, which is Wiesp. And he got here at 5, and his game was due to start at 5:30.
Oh, wow, so pushing his luck a little bit. And if it started any later, of course, they'd have had to forfeit the map. The same that happened with you. You didn't really want to take that first map when you were playing Mythics, but you had to do it because of the time constraints, I think they said.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously I'd never actually liked to do that. I mean, it's a LAN, and that was the first game. Wanted the good experience, but there we go.
Yeah.
Something that has to happen.
So you got a round off Mythics.
Yeah, exactly. We slapped them. I got a 50 bomb, what can I say?
And you also won a 19-0 capture the flag as well.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with that. Rex got a Moab as well, I believe.
29-0, and then Rubik's killed him in the last 1 second.
The very end.
He was quite mad.
I can understand why. He'll never be able to say he had the flawless game now.
No, exactly. At the end of the day, he did go 29-1, so it's just bad.
Still bad, but I mean, still good. But there you go.
Yeah, he died.
Anyway, back into this game. We're still on board with Total Esports Circuit, and we're watching Nailad. They're trailing by 2 flags at the moment. 2 minutes 15 left on the clock. Just going to quickly bring up the scoreboard, and as you can see here, Riddles and McGee doing some serious work on the kills.
I mean, apeX are, of course, on the good side. You have to bear that in mind. So for TEC to be doing what they're doing, keeping them at 2-0, perhaps might be an achievement on the bad side. Yep,
absolutely. And I've also just brought up and had a quick look at Zen Fluxy. That is Nat B. I was thinking maybe he's just picking up for some reason, but
yeah,
there's been a few problems with gamer tags, haven't there?
Nat B has had a different gamer tag every game, I think.
Oh, has he? Right, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's fair enough. I know that's been a problem for a few people who've not been reading the USB devices. Something along them lines on one of the Xboxes on the stream anyway. But here we go, watching apeX taking yet again another flag. It looks like they're running this all the way home. Going to extend that lead to 3-0. And just playing absolutely brilliant so far. I mean, can you see them winning this competition?
Of course. I mean, I'm sure that was the first name on everybody's lips when asked who's going to win this event. And to be honest, from what I've seen so far, it's not going to change.
I mean, there are some really tough rivals in there. Of course, we've got Mythics, who we believe have been a little bit underrated so far, but are currently in the winner bracket semi-final, squaring up against XTC, which will be played tomorrow.
I really do rate XTC, I must be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they beat Infused. Was that 3-2, I believe, against Infused?
Yeah, it was a good game, to be honest. Yep. It really was. I don't know whether Infused are overrated, underrated. I don't really know, or whether it's just the teams that they've been playing are underrated.
But you think XTC have certainly proven themselves.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, using Busby as a pickup as well. I think Adam dodged at the last minute.
Wow.
But they've done really well. I've been talking to them all, and they're all really good lads to talk to as well. So
yeah, well, that's always a plus as well. I mean, we actually just missed there. Total Esports Circuit managed to get 1 flag back, just lowering that difference to 2.
Trailing by 2 flags now.
Exactly, putting up a good fight here against apeX. Oh, and Nat B, I was actually almost going to call him Fox there. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, trying to do his best, but I don't think there's going to be any more flag captures in this round.
Not in 10 seconds.
And do you feel then that TEC might be able to perhaps get a few more on the next side? You say it's an easier side?
Well, the side that TEC are on at the moment is the worst side. However, apeX are just such a strong team.
Yep.
It's just going to be a case of TEC getting 3-4 down and pulling, to be honest.
I mean, if we just bring that scoreboard up now and have a quick look over how everyone's doing, ignoring the fact that this is, of course, capture the flag, so kill to death doesn't particularly matter too much. It is, of course, the kills that allow them flag captures. We'll switch over sides just before we do that. And you can see it is a little bit one-sided at the moment towards apeX.
Yeah, of course, Riddle's, of course, with his AR,
yeah,
doing his slaying, which he does best, to be honest.
So well set up, apeX. They've got every strat locked down.
That is an interesting rush, though, straight round the back of church. Riddle's just holding that off nicely there.
Yeah,
Must have gone into bottom white, perhaps.
Riddles is the defensive player, of course, alongside McGee. I do feel that Riddles pushes up a little bit more than McGee, but the SMG duo of Tommy and Gataga, probably one of the best in Europe. We've discussed, me and AcePack, I think, agreed that this is probably the best European MW3 team at the moment.
Yes, personally, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, this is, if they actually end up winning this LAN, it's going to be the third consecutive Reflex GT win, albeit with different lineups, but the organisation as a whole is certainly making the mark in the gaming scene. Yeah,
that was mainly due to Black, though, wasn't it? Before, when he was in the team, they actually he couldn't come because of work, was it? I think twice in a row.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they ended up replacing Black with McGee, of course.
Yes.
Now, what we've just seen here, though, is TEC picking up a flag. It's currently 3-2 to apeX, so only just winning this. Not as convincing as a lot of people have thought. 2 down against apeX. Riddle's going to have to play defensively now.
I mean, TEC, like we said at the start, perhaps underrated, and I think perhaps they really are. Yeah. Because I saw them play against Team Foreign. Now, I appreciate they did win 2 S&Ds and an overtime on Tec CTF, I think it was. But it was a good game to watch.
Momo didn't look too happy.
He was not best pleased, to be honest.
I mean, of course, good sportsmanship, shook hands, but a little bit disappointed, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're always going to be disappointed when you lose.
Yeah. And I don't know if you actually updated everyone on the stream where you're up to at the moment in this tournament. Team Imperial. Team
Imperial.c, we are currently going to be fighting our way through the losers bracket. We are playing a team called Theorize Only, I think. And that is at 10 AM in the morning. So I don't even know.
Start.
Yeah, early start yet again. Last night got in at about 4 o'clock and then got up at 6 to come here. So
good night last night. We enjoyed ourselves.
you were a bit worse for wear this morning, I think, weren't you?
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, just a tad.
I've pulled myself together now. Got it. I'm living the commentating dream. So
I must say, COD just seems to brighten up my day.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Let's switch over, get away from McGee and Riddles, who are playing defensively. Get on board with Gataga, who we haven't shown much on this stream so far. Picking up the kill against Bullenproof, taking out Semple, switching over to that Python, looking for the 3-piece, which I always call a Python, and it's not a Python.
It's a Magnum
every time I call it a Python. I'm so fixed on Black Ops. But,
well, that's where your commentating dream really started, wasn't it? So
that's where it all began. But yeah, Nailad managed to cease Gataga's run there.
2 down for apeX.
Yeah, 2 down on apex's side. So TEC actually really playing a lot better this side. Like you're saying, it is probably the favoured side at the moment. Riddles on defence.
Nailad with a 2-piece there. Can they capitalise? They've pulled the flag. And has he got away? I think there's been too many stuns thrown at him there to
get away with that, just slowing him down too much. I mean, I don't want to say it. I know there's a lot of XPX fans out there and stuff, but I feel this is the XPX of Reflex GT7. They're putting up the best fight against apeX that we're probably going to see for a while until we get into the very later rounds. This is early days, this is the first map, and we could see them, TC, get completely dominated later on.
Yeah, Semple just getting caught there, didn't even know Gataga was anywhere near him, to be honest.
Yeah. And if I just bring up the start radar, Riddles is actually the only person left alive that's going to be able to stop this flag capture.
Has he got too far away already, though?
Oh, and this is big from Riddles. That was really good play.
Huge.
But
he was going to get the 3-piece there.
Yeah, unfortunately, just too many of TEC to stop.
But apeX have swamped that flag now. We've got... Oh, they are down, though. Yeah. McGee is the only one left alive up there, their flag. And they've got that in.
Wow, so bringing it to even, 3-3.
Level of scores.
Exactly, yeah. So we could be seeing a stopwatch here. 50 seconds will decide that. But yeah, like I say, there was a little bit of beef between Tommy and Harwood. I don't know if you know more about this than I do.
Well, I was in a Skype chat the other day, and there was just some stuff going down, and basically words were exchanged. Yeah.
Okay.
I was sat watching the on main stage, I was sat watching the Harwood. What?
Yeah, because I missed it all.
Are they called Skeng Suppliers?
I know it's Skeng. I believe it's Skeng Suppliers.
Yeah, I think it's Skeng Suppliers. I was watching their game, and there wasn't really too much banter until really the last map.
Okay.
And that's when like words were exchanged.
Cookie played really well on that for Skeng. Actually,
he played so well.
On that, I think we agreed that he pretty much won them that game.
Every time I saw him on C-Town, he was doing something amazing. And they have got the flag. Oh.
They've actually captured it, so that is going to be a win for TEC.
Oh my God! I couldn't even tell then.
Wow! So nobody was expecting that. TEC taking the first round against apeX Pro.
I'm actually in shock. I didn't think they'd done that.
Maybe TEC need to be getting this monthly wage.
Oh.
We're going to be going on to Search and Destroy yet. All we've seen of apeX Pro so far on Search and Destroy is win after win on the rounds. They've only played that one game. As we've discussed against Skeng, but they collectively won 8 rounds. Tommy went 10-1 on that final Search and Destroy, and I believe it was Gataga who went 5-0. Oh no, it was McGee because McGee got the ace. The 1v4. Yeah.
I'd just like to add in, I did get a clutch today. I'd just like to add that one.
What was it? Was it a 1v1?
It was
I'm only joking, Gucci. Go on. How many?
It was a 1v3.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was that against?
You sound so surprised.
No, I'm impressed more than surprised.
Yeah. Gutterkurt.
Gutterkrut.
Gutterkrut. Foreign Lommen.
Did you end up winning the S&D?
We won both S&D maps, yes.
Okay. So there we go.
Unfortunately, lost the final map.
The CTFs.
Yes. So
here we go. Anyway, on to Search and Destroy C-Town. We'll get straight on board with apeX, see what they can do here, because now they're on the back foot against TEC, surprisingly, really. And like we say, they've played so strong in the Search and Destroys. We'll stick with them for 2 rounds. We'll stick to the 2-round rule and watch them on a defense and an attack. Is there any particular player you want to start off watching?
No, not at all. Okay. I'll leave it all down to you, Ralph.
Well, do you know what? I want to get on board with a French monster. It's Gataga.
Yeah, he is more likely to be rushing forward. However, has been stunned early on.
In a bit of trouble here.
Nade's going to go past him, though. Tommy and McGee picking up early kills as well, though. So, of course, that leaves TEC with 2 down.
Now 3 versus 2 in favour of apeX. Gataga spots someone in my favourite spot on Search and Destroy C-Town.
I was just about to say you tried giving me advice for...
That was my tip. If you play Search and Destroy in C-Town, Gucci, sit in that corner.
Sit in the corner, Gucci. Nat B left alive now for TEC. He's got McGee and Riddles. No. Just not going to happen.
Wasn't going to happen. So... It could have gone either way, though, for a second there. It went down to 2v2, but apeX do take the first round. We're going to see how they do this differently now on the attack. And I'm not sure, do you think apeX practice these Search and Destroy routes, these tactics?
I'm not sure. I've never really seen anybody scrimming any form of Search and Destroy, and to be honest, whenever I tried to put Search and Destroy on, people just left.
Yeah, no one really enjoys doing it because it goes without saying in Search and Destroy teams are going to play slightly defensively and there's not much action.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's something teams should start doing. I don't know.
Well, Search and Destroy is always going to be different at LAN, to be honest. I think it's always going to be more campier than what it would be online.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say from it. Gottiga been taken out now, so that leaves TEC with a 4v3 situation.
Let's have a look. Yep, it's 4 versus 3. TEC playing really well at the moment, taking out Tommy as well, who again was playing brilliantly in the Search and Destroys, and in this one going 1-2. I mean, it's early days. Anything can happen here.
TEC, what's that, 4v2 now?
Let's have a quick look. 4 versus 2. Looking good for them, but it is against McGee and Riddles, who have yet to die. Going to watch Riddles now as he carries this bomb slowly around the map.
They are both quite accurate with their ARs, I must admit. So on a long-range map such as C-Town, it is going to be a hard one for TEC to pick them off.
Yeah, but the odds are against them. 4 men against 2. Arguably, the apeX people left alive are of a higher caliber, but it's not going to be an easy task at all.
Tommy's got it. Tommy is currently wearing my headset. Foreign Momo just jumping in there asking me for my headset, but Tommy has got it on as we speak. So,
yep. So we'll not be lending that. I'm watching Riddles though. Still has this bomb. No kills have been made yet since previously. It's still 4 versus 2 with 1 minute left on the clock. Riddles is going to have to do something here, and it's likely he's going to be moving over to that B bomb. He's playing on a really low sensitivity.
I was just thinking, how slow is he actually turning around unless he's doing it sort of on purpose? But of course you want to be cautious on Search and Destroy. Oh, bit of sponge. I must admit, when we played Mythics earlier, there was sponge exchanged from their side. I was quite mad.
Oh,
Naylad with the 2-piece. McGee and Riddles, nice play there from Naylad.
And I've got to say, I don't really know. Riddle's actually stopped shooting there, but Riddle's emptied so many bullets into Naylad.
Like I said, Sponge, I never expected it on LAN. Obviously, this is the first time I played on LAN, and I thought Sponge was only left online. But
well, carrying it over to that. I mean, of course, this isn't system late. It is being played online, but, you know, we're all on this same connection.
Yes, exactly.
So let's get on board. We'll start off watching Nat B. The scores are currently tied at 1-1, and we are going to see Nat B make a move down this left-hand side.
Oh, sees a guy top. How's Nat B actually doing at the minute? He's currently, what's that?
Zenflux
2-1.
Yeah. So playing well for his team, takes out Tommy yet again. Tommy not having the best of times at the moment.
2 stunned as well. That Semtex is never going to get him. It isn't Modern Warfare 2.
No, they've managed to escape with absolutely throwing everything they've got in their arsenal down there just to prevent anyone jumping around that corner.
You said arse.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
Nat B being very cautious. He pushed up them ladders. He's going to get killed by Guitargo. Let's just bring up the scoreboard to see what situation we've got.
It's a 3v2 situation in the favour of TEC.
Things are looking really good for them at the moment.
They are playing extremely well today, I must admit. I was speaking to Nat B last night in the Black Tiger.
Yeah, that was our Black Tiger.
Yeah, that's a bar. And he seemed like a really nice person and was expecting high things.
We were trading piano tips. Apparently he's like some master of piano. But more on that story later. Let's stick to Call of Duty for now, as Gucci's got his palm firmly pressed against his forehead.
Dear me. Riddles and Guitargo picking up 2 kills there.
Oh, Guitargo, we're going to be able to see this in the kill cam now. 2 of those kills made by him, doing work to extend the lead for apeX and make it 2-1.
2-1.
But Total Esports Circuit giving them the first round loss in what seems a long time. And we will stick with TEC for another round, see what they can do here. I believe they're going to be on the defence now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes, there we go. Switch from Nat B, we watched him last time.
We've seen him last time, and let's go. We've seen Naylad a bit. Let's go on board with Bullenproof, because he's just charging through the middle of the map with a PP90.
What you like to see, some aggressive play.
Yeah.
He has been stunned as well, though.
Oh, good
Tommy just popping out of a corner.
Yeah. Smoke went out there. Nice to see Smoke being utilised. Not many people actually use that. We saw Killerfish actually be using that, and I'm just making sure I've got that right, because I keep calling them Devilfish for some reason. I'd love someone to enlighten me as to what Devilfish... Do you know what Devilfish is? Is it a clothing brand or something?
I have no idea.
I really hope it's not something dodgy now. Yeah, just going to say that.
Somebody on the stream go and Google Devilfish.
For my benefit.
Yeah.
I'm sure... Is it...
Oh, if it comes up with a dodgy website now and people get viruses,
it's really embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can assure you it won't be. Anyway, we're on board with Semple now, using the ACR silenced silencer. Not being used too much throughout this tournament. We've seen it a few times, especially on the MP7, because you still have good range.
See, I think the ACR silencer is more powerful. I know that's like sort of physically impossible, but I seem to drop people a lot better with the silenced version.
It's an interesting theory, but you know, if you feel more comfortable using it, obviously, I believe it was Semple who had that. He's rather using it there, and of course the obvious benefit of it concealing your position.
Well, I mean, the way we play nowadays, everybody's got these headsets, but it just leaves that one dot out of the map that just makes people think for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Here we go, jumping on board with apeX now, switching back over to these guys. I'm going to watch Tommy, because he's pushed up straight away every single round and died
straight
quite early.
To the middle of the map. Picks up an early kill. 2 Ps there from Tommy.
Really good from Tommy. Wanting to follow that up now, continuing this aggressive charge, going to push down the right-hand side.
I would just say that's all because of my headset.
Or because of your headset?
Yeah, my headset.
You see, you're helping apeX.
Yeah.
If they end up winning this tournament, it's down to you.
I want to claim some of their prize money.
We're going to watch him, though, as he continues this push. He's trying to get around the back of TEC.
Got to go picking up a kill now, so that leaves a 1 versus 4 situation, does it, for TEC?
Let's have a quick look. 1 versus 3.
1v3, but that's all over with now. So, of course, apeX picking up the 4-1 Search and Destroy win on C-Town.
And we're just going to make a quick note of that now. So, again, proving themselves on Search and Destroy. And obviously, I don't know for a fact, but I'm assuming they've gone through some strategies here.
They must have done, to be honest. I mean, I know Tommy and McGee are something like 100-0 on doubles at GB. I'd just throw that one out there. But, of course, doubles isn't at all relevant to a 4v4 scenario.
To be honest, GB is probably the best way to practice Search and Destroy
really
in all seriousness now, because nobody scrims it. Public's a bit...
Public. We'll just ignore that one, I think.
But anyway, we're going to be going into Capture the Flag Arcaden now. This is going to be the third map as the scores are tied in this best of 5 game.
One apiece.
Yep. So Total Esports Circuit won 4-3. It was extremely close, and he did a lot better on that second side, as you were saying. Do you think they're going to be able to replicate that now on Arcaden?
Well, I mean, it is a completely different map, but we shall see.
We shall see. I'm hoping it's going to be a close game once again. We'll start off watching apeX. In fact, you know what? I want to start off watching Total Esports Circuit.
I think, without a doubt, it will honestly be a very close game. The way TEC are playing today, I mean, I've not really seen much of them in the past, but they just seem to be storming it today.
Oh,
Semple kicking things off with a two-piece. Tommy and McGee, you don't see that sort of thing every day. Flanking straight round the back of the bar. Naylad's picking up a kill as well.
This is no doubt going to be Riddles somewhere lurking in this bar.
Got a stun and a Semtex on him, but that Semtex is just rendered useless, to be honest.
Yeah, he managed to pick up the kill, but McGee was ready and waiting to prevent that. They have pulled this flag though now. Oh, Tommy ready to shut him out, and McGee helping with the support.
So that's 2 down for TEC now, so can apeX capitalise on this? Naylad is, of course, holding the top glass area.
Yeah, just watching Naylad now. And of course, we've discussed this in length, but this area of the map on Arcaden Capture the Flag is so important for an AR.
It really is. I mean, if you haven't got the height map control, then you're just going to get picked off, because if you haven't got it, they've got it. And as an SMG player, you just cannot run anywhere without the control of that top map.
Yeah, exactly. So we're still on board with Naylad here. Riddles and Tommy taking out 2 of TEC. Naylad managed to equalise things a little bit by killing Tommy there. I'm just going to switch over now.
Oh, bulletproof. Nice spot, mate.
This is interesting. I'm assuming he's spotted someone.
There we go. He's just slipped by him in the sidebar now. Tommy is near the flag. He's just going to pull that.
Yep. Picking that flag up, making this big run now. Oh, and it looked like he was going to get the end of the barrier. And there's only one of apeX down.
Is that all 4 down?
That is 4 down now against apeX.
Oh,
they're going to be running this home.
are going to get that in now.
And that's really surprising me. I am genuinely surprised at TEC. I mean, I didn't think they were a bad team, but to be beating apeX,
I think it's just
a big achievement.
Just the way that apeX are. I mean, you don't expect apeX to be even behind at any point. The way that they are nowadays, they really are one of the strongest teams.
And we've discussed as well. I mean, you know, with them being having this monthly wage, the organisation can basically choose whoever they want to be in the team. So
yeah, exactly. They've sort of got the monopoly of players.
Effectively, this should technically be the best team here.
Well, you would have thought so. I mean, are they the only COD waged?
I believe so. Yep. Yeah. And of course, it is a combination. We've got an Irishman, 2 Englishmen,
and a Frenchman.
In the team. So. Bridging the gap between France and the UK as well. Watched Nat for a while now, not much action going in for him, but Semple continuing this ongoing push.
He just seems to be so aggressive, Semple. He's really doing well. Picking off Tommy in the Domo B area, pushing straight into the bar. Riddles holding that, locks it down completely.
Yeah, 50-50 situation. Which end of that table Riddles' head was going to be poking out. I'm just going to quickly bring up the scoreboard now, see what's going on. Naylad playing brilliantly, 8-2.
Semple and Naylad both going huge for TEC.
It's pretty even, but TEC outslaying apeX at the moment as well.
Yeah, the ARs are actually pushing up and getting in the bar before the SMGs.
Semple with a 2-piece against Gotaga and Tommy.
And then Semple just seems to be slaying with an SMG. They've sort of got reverse roles here.
Here we go. It looks like this is going to be flag capture number 2 if the supporting is anything to go by that we've seen so far from TEC.
They really are supporting their play as well. It's sort of like they're just guaranteeing every flag, getting every man behind the flag just to make sure that gets home.
And do you think if this round ends on a 2-0 victory for TEC, do you think they're going to start playing passively or defensively in the next round?
I think they can keep doing what they're doing, to be honest. They seem to be doing it well. So, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be watching Nat B here. He's got to this top glass area, challenged by Tommy, loses that gun battle.
Tommy just jumps straight out and wipes him there.
And watching Bull improve.
TEC are 2 down now, but Bull improve is going back towards the flag. So I would suggest perhaps, they're conserving it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They will start playing defensively, no doubt, but I don't expect them to go 4-man defence.
Not at all.
No, I think they should continue pushing. You know, they may even get some more flags and definitely secure that win.
I think it's going to be more a sort of scenario where the 2 SMGs will sit perhaps middle map, not necessarily saying corners or anything, but and then just counter cap more than anything. I must admit that's how we lost to Gutter Crook earlier.
The counter cap.
Yeah, we got 2 flags basically virtually up to our flag, went down, they counter capped. and we lost 2-0. So.
Yeah, there we go. You know, it works. The flag was actually just returned, and apeX were looking like they were going to be able to bring this scoreline to a 2-1 to TEC as we went towards the end of round 1.
What is your personal opinion of this map, Rel? Do you think that this is the better side that TEC are attacking on now, or do you prefer the other?
Well, for me, as a non-competitive player, unfortunately now, I personally prefer the bar side purely because I think it's easier to defend. I see it a bit like the Black Ops map.
Havana, was it?
Havana, yeah, exactly, where they've got that bar, and it's, you know, I'd be the person sat in the bar, that was my role, so I like that map, I find it easy to defend, and I sort of see a little bit of that in this map.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand, obviously, it's got that virtually solid head glitch at the back where if you haven't got 2 stuns in there and a Semtex just to distract them, you're not going to pick off, especially a player of the likes of Riddles, you're not going to pick that player off a head glitch in the back of bar with an SMG.
Absolutely, and let's watch Riddles for a bit as he advances down this right-hand side.
Looks like he's just going to push and hold Vendis to start with, perhaps. Just stop anybody advancing through Damo B area.
Yeah, that is the position that TEC will most likely be pushing. But, the flag has been pulled.
And then they're running it back up construction now. That is something you don't see. That's not a sort of... Oh, it's challenged Riddles. Is that kid mad?
Eventually, though, that flag pull gets shut out. But yeah, taking apeX by surprise a little bit there, not only picking the flag up when no one was guarding it, but running it a completely unusual way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously he did come back, perhaps thought better of it. I think if they were to run it up construction, then apeX would have spawned far too close to the flag for them to be able to pull it in.
So here we go now, and we can see TEC picking up the kills. Riddle's trying to do what he can, taking out Nailad, who I believe is having a really good game at the moment.
Nailad, yes he is. He's 18-8. That is going huge for his team. Semple, whilst playing the objective, 15-10. So very good play.
Bulletproof. Not having the best of games, but of course it's a team effort, and
exactly.
You know, he's obviously doing his job well.
For all you know, those 6 kills were the most important 6 kills of the game.
Exactly.
And the 13 deaths were irrelevant.
And here we see a little bit of a battle to try and get that top glass position. Kills just being exchanged on the kill feed there.
Yeah, that's 2 for each. Nat B getting a 2-piece there, taking out McGee as well. Riddle's just shutting down the flag cap attempt. Oh,
and this spells trouble. Oh, and I thought for a second then he'd ran it up those stairs.
People keep challenging Riddles. I personally would never even dream of it.
You just give up. You put your gun down.
Yeah, I'd just please just try and run.
Here we go as Riddles pushes through green room, only to see a knife pierce his face. Here we are with Tommy though now, and it looks like he's had to run back a little bit here.
We've got both flags being obtained by each team really at the minute, so it can't afford to go into a stalemate situation. apeX with 3 down, last guy on flag, so this is certainly going to be, I would have thought, a guaranteed cap. Of course, they are going to spawn near. Tommy getting shut down by Nailad. He is really having a great game. Yeah,
Nailad did well, and he was left on his own against the apeX squad, and they were pincering him, but now Nat B coming into the rescue there. They've managed to grab hold of this flag once again, and they're just trying to hold it as long as they can. The scoreline is currently 2-0 to TEC, so they're more than happy to sit in this stalemate position.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they're, like you say, they're just happy. They can just sit and do this all day.
And there's no pressure on them at the moment to try and get that capture. So whilst Riddles is defending, and whilst I don't know who actually is carrying, and whilst Gottiger actually has that flag, there's only going to be 2 pushing, so it could have worked well for them. However, flag has been dropped.
That is certainly one of the worst people that I'd want coming after me, though. You've got Gottiger, the French beast, coming after you. You've got something he wants. He wants that flag back.
One of the best SMGs in Europe, arguably. And what's really good for TEC now is it's so easy to just hold this flag when you're on this side.
Riddles. Very nice play there from Riddles. Of course, there is still one in that top balcony, though. Nobody near the flag as of yet. I'm assuming they'll wait for their team to spawn before they go and pick it up, and there it is. Just got to pick him up. Yeah, he's just going to lie down on them stairs.
Grenade doesn't connect. TEC managing to hold this, and this is, like I'm saying, really good because only 2 of apeX are pushing up at the moment, I believe.
With only 1 minute 25 left on that clock, I can't see apeX doing this now. It would mean a quick return now, and then of course sort of a relay opportunity, just get them down again off spawn, pull it in, and then of course we'd see overtime. But
yeah, and we're going to be seeing a 4-man defence, I'm assuming, here from TEC as we go into the final minute of the game.
Why would they bother risking,
exactly,
to be honest?
Even if, they only had 1 flag, I imagine they'd be doing the same thing. They're in a really good position, and they're certainly winning on the kills at the moment, although things may change. This isn't over yet for apeX. They've still got a chance that they could bring this back to stopwatch if they can just make that kill.
50 seconds left on that clock. They would need to make the enemy team drop that flag, return it. Gotiga would have to get it in, and then, of course, pretty much an instant run back for them to have any hope.
35 seconds, time
2
is ticking
down for
away.
apeX.
And they're not going to do it.
No, 3 down for apeX. That leaves Gotiga just left on his own in the back of the spawn. They're not going to do it. They've been shut out 2-0 as we are saying this. I mean, it could go to 2-1, but that is not going to help apeX at all.
Gotiga's just probably going to sit on that flag. Oh no, and it looks like TC are actually going to return it. Are they going to try and capture this flag?
I don't know. He was at the far back. Riddles is up on that flag.
Yeah, why not? They might as well go for it. They know that they can't get 2 flags anyway.
Riddle's just shutting that out. That's just made it a guaranteed 2-0 for TEC.
Yeah, TEC. So 2-1 overall is the scoreline. Interestingly, TEC winning both of the objective game modes, which is not what you, because sometimes you'd expect Search and Destroy to be a little bit random at times. But TEC just playing phenomenally well. We're going to be going on to another Search and Destroy game. We don't know what the map is just yet, but it looks like there's going to be a switch of hosts.
There is a switch of hosts now, guys. Somebody is VMAD right now. Rage host.
Do you think we can see apeX take the Search and Destroy again? It was 4-1 last time.
From how we've seen them play Search and Destroy today, I would have thought so, yes. However, the way TEC are playing, they're going to have the momentum, to be honest, just to strive forward. No Momo jokes, please, Ralph. They will just be steaming forward on a high, to be honest, because the underdogs, it's one of those things, if you don't expect to win, you go out, you give it your all. It doesn't matter if you do, whereas apeX, they are the favourites to win. And to be honest, you would never have said before the game, apeX, you're not going to win 2 capture the flags in a row.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't have said it.
No, nobody was expecting it. I'm just going to see if we've got an invite here, because I've realised that notifications are off. And no, we've not. We've just got a few messages from people.
A-Spec, fancy a bum? You would be a lucky man, DS Special, to receive that off A-Spec.
Oh, dear me. Equinox Kane, thinking it's going to be an easy win for apeX. Well, you might have been referring to the other apeX game, in all fairness. No invite has been received as of yet. But let's just assume then, for argument's sake, that apeX do take this Search and Destroy. It's going to go to capture the flag, the last game mode. TEC have won both the previous ones. Do you think they've been a bit lucky?
The way they've played, I wouldn't have said luck. I wouldn't necessarily say apeX have been outplayed. It's just been a sort of situation where TEC have got themselves set up, done what they've got to do, and they knew exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, they have been clearly practicing hard, clearly been getting those scrims in and knowing what they've got to do.
So let me just check once again. Still waiting.